My name is Carolyn Cowan and we're exploring shame, and I'm doing a series of videos on, let's call it, coming out of shame. And they have exercises in them, not necessarily physical body exercises, but exercises that help your brain to calm down. I am really intrigued by ritual and ceremony. And I've done videos asking you to pay more attention to your rituals, which are habits and things that may not be serving you. And I thought I'd do a thing today where I have kit. I have kit here, which isn't visible right now, but ritual and ceremony. If you have a tall dark history, your brain, it has a thing where a tall dark history is my euphemism for shame. And it's actually quite interesting because it's getting darker and darker as I record this video. So it's going into quite a lovely ceremonial space because it's about to belt with rain. So if I'm getting darker in terms of the light, it's the rain. So ritual and ceremony are one of the ways that we begin to deserve. We have things that we do, not looking at the phone, not doom scrolling, not looking at the news. Things that we do that begin to make us trust ourselves. And so I'm interested in what things mean, what items mean. I'm older, I live in a house, I've traveled, I've worked in lots of different countries. I'm not a, what's the word? I'm not a hoarder, but I do have things that I have collected over the years. And so even just in this room, I can look and I can see there's a really beautiful altar over there, which means a lot to me. There are candlesticks that came from my childhood. There is stuff on my desk. There's actually another altar on my desk. If I leave this room and go into the kitchen, there's a huge wall of an altar in the kitchen. An altar, A-L-T-A-R, is a really useful piece of kit because we can assign an altar to an event. Let's say you've just discovered you're pregnant. Let's say you want to be pregnant. I did an altar, I did an altar for 1,000 days, 1,000 days ago. It ended last week. I did 1,000 days with a very specific altar. I made an altar to writing a book, and I wrote the shame book. And as I made the altar, I also committed to doing a 1,000-day breath practice, which I finished on Saturday. So I did 1,000 days of a very particular breath for manifesting and for calming down, combined with every day that I did the breath, I sat in the room with the altar. And so the altar was really specific to something that meant a lot to me. And on that altar were things that meant a lot to me. I finished the 1,000-day practice last week, as I said, and then I reset the altar and I made a new altar to creativity. So I made a new altar and I committed to another 1,000-day breath practice. This new altar has completely different things on it, and it's entirely focused on me centering, being present, and being as creative as I can every single day. So actually doing YouTube videos is creative. It takes time, it takes thought. I'm really happy to be having something that I can show as I turn up each time to do this. It's a commitment. I make a commitment to something that means a lot to me. And so actually as a ritual, every single night, I say thank you to YouTube. And I say thank you to Substack. And I say thank you to Instagram. And I say thank you to the person who does that. So that's a ceremony, an acknowledgement of something that's important to me. We are surrounded in our environments. If you have your own place, or even if you have your bedroom at home, we're surrounded by items that have meaning, and some have negative ghosts in a way, and some have positive ghosts, traces in our mind, things that mean something. And so ritual and ceremony is about beginning to come out of the fear of your own self, not trusting yourself, come out of the fear of the other, and come out of the fear of the universe, and actually begin with an altar to create your own, let's say, mini universe. So the first one I want to show you here, I feel like Blue Peter. Did anyone ever see Blue Peter? I have here a brass bowl with water in it. I'm hoping you can see because I've raised the camera. So I just have water here in this bowl, and I'm going to make an altar. I'm going to make an altar which will go on my kitchen table. And it's lovely. You can do this every day. You can reset it. An altar traditionally will have a candle because the candle represents your soul. So I'm going to light the candle to ignite the fervour of my soul. And I'm going to put that right in the middle. Boom, like that. Nice. And then I went into the garden, I went outside and I picked some daisies, big ones, and I picked some dandelions, and I picked some, these are a different kind of daisy, they're called erigeron. They're very sweet. As they get older they go pink, or as they get older do they go white, I can't remember. I've got this, so I'm putting the flowers in the water. So this is actually a little altar to creativity. There's my soul, and there's the creativity of the universe. This is chamomile flowers. So I'm letting these float, and they'll live for several days in this water. Some things float better than others. I tend to find flat-topped flowers to do this. So now, with the candle and the flowers, I have a little altar for myself to creativity and presence and beauty. And it doesn't take much. Now that's an altar defined for me, a daily altar. You can make that every day. Have it on the table. It's a very, very interesting thing if you have kids, because it starts to make them more aware of ritual and ceremony. But that, once I finish this video, I will have this on my kitchen table. And then over the days, as the plants change and the weeds grow differently, I quite often pick things like dandelions and daisies because they're so simple. That, to me, is a very beautiful reverence to right here, right now. The light is beautiful. The water, the flowers, the fire. It is creativity there in front of me. And it will give me, each time I see it, an altar, A-L-T-A-R, is about becoming present. So, yes, I have an altar there. I have another one there. I have one in my bedroom. I have one in my kitchen. I have another one in my therapy room. I have a huge one in my studio. Because our brains are complicated. What we think about is complex. But actually, when we can use an altar to remember, to pull ourselves together, to bring ourselves back to being present, everything calms down. It's a very lovely practice. This is really simple, but actually in its simplicity, it's a very beautiful thing. I could take the candle out and float it in the water, but this is the simplest, in a way, kind of altar. Keep watching. Next video, I'll make a different one.